Hey guys, out here cutting some grass with Clay over at Easley Lawn and Garden. Man, this little automatic mower, we've talked to you about this earlier, and I just wanted you to see it work. This thing is a piece of cake. Hey, your dogs might not like it, but I promise you, you will. Man, this thing we talked about it the other night, Clay, tell them, it'll get rid of fire ants too.
Just because it meanders around the yard all the time, the ants don't like it because of the constant movement. So within about a week or so of putting it in, your fire ants will not be in the lawn. They might be in the flower beds, but they won't be in the lawn.
Yeah, I was about to say, this thing's cool how it gets to the edge of the driveway, then it turns around and comes back. What if you had a kid wandered out in the backyard?
So
what happened?
So if it sneaks up on you, that's what it does right there. It's just going to go the other way. No, not going to do anything.
And probably same thing with your flowers and all too.
Everything else, it just bumps it as it goes. What keeps it inside the yard at the edges is a wire buried in the ground. So the reason this is broken down is because the mower runs around too much. So this little piece of grass out here isn't big enough. That unit's made for half an acre, and this is only 500 square feet of grass. That's why it kind of, here in front of the store, it really runs too much. Of course, just like any mower, you're going to have to do your edging. Can't do the edging for you. But it does keep your grass perfectly cut all the time. So I couldn't see the touch panel because of the bright sunlight, and that's why it was going off. There's your blades, these little bitty razor blades right here. It's a lot more powerful than you would think. It actually will keep, this little mower will keep a half acre of grass cut perfectly all the time. The quality of the grass just goes through the roof. Dogs, knock it off. And everything people says, oh, you know, it's not doing nothing. No, it's not doing what a regular mower does. A regular mower is side discharging because you're cutting tall grass into short grass. With one of these, it just simply keeps it cut all the time. It never needs to be cut again. So it'll look like this. It's not cutting off pieces of grass that are 2 or 3 inches tall. It's cutting little tiny, less than 1/4 inch pieces of grass all the time. That's why it's always manicured. When you cut grass that way, much like a real mower, it's a much healthier cut. It's constantly feeding itself. You don't get the clippings all over the place. You don't have to sweep them up or blow them because it's constantly feeding itself. Those little bitty clips of grass are constantly going to the roots, decaying and feeding all the time. So
now they told me, I spoke to someone just a few minutes ago, and they told me that downtown Easley, at the courthouse, they have one. They see it every Sunday.
In front of the city hall.
Yeah.
Easley has the same. It's the exact same one as this one. It's a half acre.
They came to you guys, obviously.
Yep. That one's running on a solar setup we had to build for them. So that one's not even plugged in the wall. It just runs on solar.
That's awesome. Now, what about the process of burying it in the yard? How long does that take to go in there and map it out?
So the mapping out's fairly simple. It goes around anything you want to cut, and also it goes, for example, right here in this flower bed, the wire's out here. So this grass is being cut, but the mower doesn't drive up here because the wire's in the ground telling the mower where its boundary is. So it's just always cut. This grass has been here probably 2.5, 3 months, and it's never been cut with a regular mower. It's only been cut with this. And again, this is too small. This is way too much mower for this little tiny piece of grass, but it's for demonstration purposes. So we do have them on, we've got a lot of them out there. One of my customers is cutting 2 1/4 acres. It's not supposed to do that. 1 1/4 is maximum for the biggest one they have. But he's cutting 2 1/4 acres, and it's actually doing it. Well, we're not recommending that because it's more than what the manufacturer says to do, but it's working. I just think he's gonna, I don't know, wear it out sooner than it should be.
Okay, tell them about Easley Lawn and Garden, where to come and get it and everything.
Easley Lawn and Garden, we've been in Easley since 1980. We are at our 3rd location now for the last 15 years, 312 South Pendleton Street. Websites, www.easleylawn.com.
All right. right, guys.
Hey, you know the part I like is watching this thing through the window where the air conditioning's at. So when it's 100 degrees, hey, you're not out there in it.
Well, a lot of folks will say it's for lazy people or
Smart people.
whatever it is, but the reality of it is that for me, like at my house, the quality of the lawn, it's almost like somebody flipped a switch. Within a few weeks, your lawn is so much healthier than it could have been with a regular lawnmower. If you love cutting grass, it's not for you. But if you don't love cutting grass and you just want a healthier lawn, then it is for you.
Alrighty, that's it, guys. Live from Easley Lawn and Garden, Clay, the hat,